Hey man, how you doing? Bobby Dirkens here. Thank you so much for joining me for my preview of the number 23. Who got that? Number 23 Kentucky Wildcats at the number 8 Auburn Tigers. Had to read that. I'm just like, that's not right. Somebody's mama's been putting together top 25 again. If you're brand new here, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications. It notifies you when I upload my videos. I was going to say my good stuff, but all my stuff's good. Anyway, so tomorrow, roughly 12 o'clock on the SEC Network, not sponsored, but if you want to, I won't stop you. The SEC is going to kick off their whole weekend thing and so on. And it's a big deal. It's a big deal. I really like seeing this, especially after the Pac-12 had to eat some crow because they're about to look like the aluminum-wearing helmet idiots that they have been. So now they're going to try to, I think they're going to try to fit in 12 games in the last 2 weeks of December. But it's nice to see the SEC kick off. Let's get this game. So, a lot of people are big on Kentucky. And if you're watching this game and you're a Kentucky fan, no offense to you, but the rest of us, like I pull for my Clemson Tigers, go Tigers, been pulling for them for years. I can understand why it was hard for people to believe that Clemson was actually good, because Clemson would have showed some promise and then they would blow it. But Swaney has been running this thing brilliantly for the past 6 to 7 years with a couple of national championships, so it's not hard to believe that we're going to be good. But for y'all, in your conference, it's just hard to believe. So number 23, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'm sorry. I know what's that youngin's name? That Terry Wilson. Look, I hated what happened to Terry last year. Glad that youngin's back. Going to see how he does. And that's a big plus for y'all. I just don't believe that y'all are going to go to Auburn and beat them. There are people who believe that Kentucky actually stands a chance in this ball game. Now I'm going to tell you, let me see, okay. So Auburn is at this point basically an 8-point favorite. Okay, they're basically an 8-point favorite on y'all. We know about Bo Nix. We know what Bo Nix did last year. We know that he is talented. We know that he's happier than anybody to be an Auburn Tiger. We know the story about his daddy. So what I'm going to say to all the major media outlets, please don't continue to tell us about that story. We all know about it. We know. We know Cam Newton won a national championship, hopped there, and there was Bo beside. Please don't continue to show us that over and over. It's mind-numbing. It gets annoying. I mean, between you and I, it's just as annoying for me when everybody talks about Trevor Lawrence's hair. He's got long blonde hair and a big long nose. Who cares? I just care that he can play football. So they're going to talk about that. They're going to talk about that a bunch. Bo Nix did have a really good season last year. Big game, you know, he opened up against Oregon that last drive. It was in, I think that was Oregon. They did a great job. Big deal. They beat Alabama. I mean, you can't, it's a good story. But I'm going to tell you right now, Auburn is one of the most difficult teams to pick whether they're going to be good or whether they're going to be bad. So on this game, I could get why some people go, well, if Kentucky's going to show some promise, maybe they do. But I just don't see Kentucky going into Auburn and winning that ball game. I don't see it, and I'll tell you why. I just think that Auburn has too much talent across the board. I know they lost some on defense, and they lost it in incredible fashion. But I'm just telling you, listen to me, listen to Ole Bobby Dirkens. I just think Auburn at home is just going to be too much. I just think they're going to take advantage of any and everything they possibly can with Kentucky. Now, Kentucky, you lost that Bowden guy last year. You know, the one who danced around the belt bowl and basically shoved and punched every other person he came in contact with, all while he was shirtless. You lost him. You know, no Benny Snell. I know that's 2 years ago. But I just don't see Kentucky going in. I just think Auburn, just across the board, talent, everything, is just going to beat them. But then again, Kentucky, if you're for real, this will be the time to show yourself. Pull out the card. We are for real. Well, I'm Bobby Dirkens. If you're new here, as I said, hit the subscribe button. We just like to get on here, hang out, and talk, have a good time. Ain't no reason to do anything else. We work all the time like dogs, and if you're like me, you kill cats for the county. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. I'm Bobby Dirkens. You keep showing up. I'll keep showing out, Bobby Dirkens.